Welcome to Manchester Vibes, your one-stop channel for everything happening in the heart of Manchester. Man United transfer news. Step taken for first RUBEN Amorim signing as £57 million move-eyed. The January transfer window is set to open in less than 3 weeks, and speculation over Manchester United's business is rife with potential exits and interest in a Bayern Munich midfielder. RUBEN Amorim has just a few weeks until he experiences his first transfer window as Manchester United manager. Whether United can garner reinforcements to help the Portuguese coach march the Red Devils up the league remains to be seen. After spending significantly in the summer when Dan Ashworth and Erik ten Hag were still in place, inevitably there are no shortage of transfer rumors as the club once again attempts to establish itself among the world's best. The 13 times Premier League champions could yet be more concerned about possible sales. United are said to be open to removing Marcus Rashford from their books next month if an opportunity arises. It has even been suggested that only 3 players at the club have secure futures. With that said, Mirror Football takes a look at the latest transfer news at Old Trafford below. United open to Martinez exit. There are few players who have determined futures at United, and Lisandro Martinez is not believed to be one of them. The defender has started very game he has been available for under new boss Amorim, but that may not be enough to dissuade them from an intriguing offer. United are willing to sell Martinez amid interest from Real Madrid. It is reported. Los Blancos continue to suffer from a defensive injury crisis, with David Alaba and Eder Militao both ruled out for the moment. Martinez joined United in a deal worth £56.7 million from Ajax, following Erik ten Hag's arrival at the club. The Argentina international is happy playing under Amorim, however. "It's the way I like to play, the way of playing football, the passion, the energy," Martinez told the United Matchday program. "You know, if you have that with me, it's like you connect quickly. He has many good things. I think he demands what the club demands, which is good. I like his passion, his energy, the way he wants to play, good in possession, in defending. I think he's good. Also the staff, the energy around the place. It has been so good, yeah." Talks underway for Wonderkid. United are as concerned about planning for the future as their immediate fortunes. The club are reportedly in advanced negotiations to sign 17-year-old Paraguayan Wonderkid Diego Leon. The youngster currently plays for Cerro Porteño and scored on his debut in August. Italian transfer guru Fabrizio Romano noted the teenager is expected to follow a similar path to Sekou Koné. Manchester United are in active talks with Cerro Porteño for 17-year-old left-back Diego Leon as talent for the future, said Romano. Similar to Sekou Koné deal last summer. Chelsea urged to sign Man United transfer target as final piece of the jigsaw claim made. Chelsea are pushing to challenge for the Premier League title this season, but have now been urged to address one of the major weaknesses in Enzo Maresca's squad. Chelsea have been urged to make a move for Branthwaite, who is tipped to be the final piece of their jigsaw. Branthwaite has caught the eye at Everton since becoming a regular in Sean Dyche's starting lineup. He emerged as a target for Manchester United over the summer, with the Red Devils even submitting a £50 million bid for the Englishman. That was knocked back by the Toffees, who were instead seeking a fee in the region of £80 million. United refused to match those demands, with Branthwaite remaining on Merseyside, though he has endured a frustrating campaign. The 22-year-old has only made 5 appearances this season as he builds up his match fitness after needing groin surgery in the summer. Despite that, though, Chelsea legend Pat Nevin believes that Branthwaite would be the perfect player for the Blues. Few people are now brave enough to say that Chelsea cannot win the league this season. Even fewer, however, are willing to stick their necks out and say, they will win the league. "There are still doubts," he told BBC Sport. "Chelsea may be able to rest every EPL starter by sending out an entirely different squad for the European trip to play Astana, but they are yet to convince the pundits domestically. Why? Put simply, there are still weaknesses, and these tend to be found out at the top level. The central defensive partnership, whoever they use, isn't close to the level that Arsenal and Liverpool have, and you could say the same about the goalkeeper. I just wonder if Branthwaite could be prized from my beloved Everton. Would this be close to the final piece of the jigsaw?" Following their win over Tottenham on Sunday, Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher pointed to central defence as being one of Chelsea's biggest weaknesses. He insisted the Blues needed to bring in reinforcements at the back if they are to challenge for the title. I still look at the goalkeeper and two center-backs, Benoit Badiashile, who played today, and I just think I can't see someone winning the Premier League with that goalkeeper and without a real standout center-back, Carragher told Sky Sports. I think you'd say City winning it with Ederson and Ruben Dias, Liverpool with Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, going back to Petr Cech and John Terry. Those figures, you think that you need to win a title. I still think Chelsea are a little bit short in those areas. Branthwaite would likely be a popular addition, with Everton boss Dyche revealing the defender is close to full fitness. He said, I think he's only just getting back to real, true fitness and getting his eye in, and I think that will show more, the more that he plays. Ruben Amorim risks Man United dressing room uproar with Viktoria Plzen decision. Ruben Amorim is doing what he feels must be done at Man United ahead of a crunch Europa League clash at Viktoria Plzen. Ruben Amorim has reportedly annoyed a minority in his Manchester United squad with unprecedented rotation since taking charge last month. However, the Portuguese head coach will likely continue to ruffle feathers in tonight's Europa League clash against Viktoria Plzen in Czechia as the fixtures mount. The pressure for results is also snowballing after back-to-back Premier League losses against Arsenal and Nottingham Forest last week. United will have lost 3 successive league matches for the first time since December 2015 if Sunday's derby at Manchester City also ends in defeat. But Amorim has repeated the importance of his rotation policy after walking into a schedule of games every few days. He has the task of reprogramming a squad shaped by Erik ten Hag into his own vision with minimal time on the Carrington training pitches. The 39-year-old has admitted that he must utilize United's games as training sessions. His relentless rotational habits are the proof. Amorim has started 20 different players and used all 25 of his available substitutions across his opening 5 matches since switching Lisbon for Manchester. United's last 4 outings have involved 23 changes, an apparent attempt to keep players fresh as much as to give everyone a chance to impress and adapt to a new system. The Red Devils' results have suffered. Wins against Bodo/Glimt and Everton have been sandwiched between a draw at Ipswich Town and defeats to Arsenal and Forest. But the boss himself has made it clear that he is willing to suffer short-term to ensure his side doesn't plateau like Ten Hag's by playing it safe. The Manchester Evening News claim at least one player has complained about Amorim's early tendency to chop and change his team. He is doing it for a reason, though, and will risk heightening that discontent against Plzen at the Deucen Arena as United aim to breach the Europa League's top 8. With a trip to the Etihad Stadium to come later this week, it would be more of a surprise if Amorim didn't sanction several switches. Altay Bayındır, Nusser Mazraoui, Tyrell Malacia, Harry Maguire, Antony, Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Mason Mount, Marcus Rashford and Joshua Zirkzee all didn't start against Forest. Malacia's involvement in the pre-match press conference hints at his return, while the other 9 have started at least one of Amorim's games at the helm. More changes in defense, midfield and attack, and potentially in goal after Andre Onana's nightmare last time out, are certainly on the cards. Ruben Amorim makes admission on Manchester United players ahead of transfer window. The January transfer window opens in under a month, and if Man United are to be active, they will have to sell to buy. Ruben Amorim admits he is still deciding which players will be in his long-term plans at Manchester United. Amorim has started 20 different players in his first 5 matches in charge and made a possible 25 substitutes out of 25. United will have to sell to buy if they intend to do any business in the January transfer window, but it is doubtful there will be a market for any of their squad members with the club 13th in the Premier League. I'm really focused to see my players and to understand my players. That is one of the problems of the club, Amorim said. We have to focus on what we have to focus on the academy and to have a clear profile of the players. So it's a lot of details you have to manage. You can see at set pieces, sometimes you look at our team, we are a small team compared to others, every detail counts and we have to be very clear in the profiles, arrange all the process and go to that phase of buying and selling players. But we have, like Thai, Malaysia, international players, good players, we need time to teach them our ideas and then we will see because this is a massive club. If we don't win, the coach goes, the player goes, so you have to know that. We have to improve as a team, we have to arrange a lot of things in our club before thinking just in buying or selling players. There's a lot to do, let's focus on improving our players, improving our academy, and then see. When it was suggested he may have already drawn conclusions on some players, Amorim replied, I really don't know. There's a lot at stake in this moment. We have a lot to do. A lot of games, we don't have time to train, the players have contracts, we have to see. It's a new idea, a new coach. Sometimes I have one idea in the first week, second week I have a different idea, and then we have to see what happens, so everything is so close. All the games during the opening of the window of January, I really don't know. I'm just focused on improving the team. I cannot think further than the next game. Like any other team, when the window is open we can do something, but our focus is to win games. We have to have this feeling of winning and we have to start tomorrow.